right, good morning and welcome to the NuSpecian Live. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Aston. Good morning, morning.
All right, those of you who are here for the first time, NuSpecies is a health company. We invent and manufacture our own unique line of raw, organic, liquid, plant-based supplements and herbal medicine. Our mission is to help our clients live better and longer. And we do this through lots of education and by having our products designed to help your body be as resilient against some of the toughest of health challenges. And in these years, what we have learned is that there is a unique path for each person along their own health journey. So we host this Q&A every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So you can get the answers to your questions that will hopefully help you continue along that journey in a way that works for you. So thank you so much for being with us here today. Good morning, Suzanne. Hi, Larna. Continue to say good morning and say hello to us. I will just remind those of you that we are streaming on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you are hearing us respond to comments that you don't see, it's because they're on one of the other platforms. So don't think that you are missing out. Feel free to post your comments at any time that they come up, no matter what we're talking about, and we will get to them. We do have a very special guest today, so we'll be introducing her shortly. Aston is over in Bronxville. And we will quickly say that today is the last day of our 15% off discount that started last Friday. And so today's the last day. If you need to purchase in store, our stores close in Bronxville at 6 and in Elmont at 7. Otherwise, if you want to order online, you can do that at any time. For those of you here on the Q&A, I will give you the heads up that I am going to extend the coupon code into tomorrow for those of you who can order online, so that you have until tomorrow if you need to do that. All right, Aston, any words or announcements for our Q&A before we bring on our special guest?
Yes, I think we should mention that we have hired someone for Brooklyn. And we haven't picked a date as yet for when the location will be officially open, because we have to do some training. So for you who are in Brooklyn and Staten Island and New Jersey and the surrounding areas who have missed the Brooklyn location, we're on the path to bring it back. So we have a location, we've hired someone, and now we just need to get them trained, and we'll be back, back in Brooklyn, supporting all of you and your family.
Yeah, we're really excited. Just so you know, it's in Marine Park. That's the neighborhood. It's not too far from where most of you are doing all your errands over in Kings Plaza. So it should become a natural part of your normal routine to go grab your NuSpecies.
Right.
All right. So we're going to bring on Phyllis. Aston will do an introduction of her, and then she's going to talk to us a bit about her experience with NuSpecies.
All right, so
I'm going to bring her on, and then you can introduce her. Okay?
Yeah, bring her on. So Phyllis, we affectionately call her Sunshine. That's her nickname. And so Phyllis Sunshine Jackson O'Connor. Hi, Sunshine.
Hi.
And Phyllis has been taking She's been taking NuSpecies for about 15 years, probably a little longer. She was there from the beginning. She and her husband George, and I must tell you that, she's one of those dedicated NuSpecians. She has her own NuSpecies pharmacy at home, and hopefully she'll give you a little take on it when she chat with us. And she, her daughter, her son take NuSpecies. Other family members take NuSpecies. She referred, at least several hundred people to NuSpecies. Literally, she's a nurse. She's an RN. And she referred coworkers and friends and neighbors and strangers. And Phyllis, if we were to pay you back, we'd just file for bankruptcy. But thank you for coming on, and just great to have you.
It's good to be here.
Yes, thank you. So let me ask you right off the bat, how things are going with you and Georgie?
I must say fairly well. Fairly well, We're doing okay so far. We're staying away from the emergency room And we just go to the doctors for follow-up checkup.
And for a nurse saying that, for an RN saying that, an RN for at least a couple decades saying that, that's a huge statement, Phyllis. To say that you're staying away from the emergency room, and that's really wonderful to hear.
So Phyllis, maybe you want to back up and tell us about how you heard about New Species, how you got and actually decided to make your first purchase.
Oh, that is so long ago. Oh my goodness. I I have to, yeah, I have to really dig back. I was having these headaches that was mysterious because they doesn't matter what I take. If I take pain medication, as soon as it wears off, it would come back. And I was going nuts because as a nurse, you can't you have to focus every day, and you have people's lives in your hands, mixing
Mm-hmm.
medicine and stuff like that. So I got frustrated. I took everything I knew, and then they were giving me pills that would make me drowsy. It would ease the pain, but it would make me drowsy. I didn't like that because I have to drive, and my job, I can't be drowsy on my job.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, a friend of mine who was already working with New Species, I explained to her the frustration that I felt, and she said, why don't you go see Aston? And I said, who is Aston? And what does Aston do? And she explained to me, about the medicines there, and the the interest that he would have explaining to me how these things work. So of course
Mm-hmm.
I was really desperate to find some relief, and I went,
Mm-hmm.
and Aston did his intake with me and prescribed something called God formula. And as a nurse, I mean, what is God formula? What does it do? It has no instructions on the vial or anything. He said, just take this dose and sit outside and tell me how you feel. So I did. And I did it because I trusted my friend. I didn't trust Aston. I didn't know him. I just saw him the first time. But I took it because she promised me that I would get some results. So I sat outside in the waiting room for about 20 minutes because he was seeing other clients. And I went back and I said, Aston, I don't know, but the headache is gone. My forehead feels relaxed. It's not tight. And I feel calm.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, oh, okay. So what are you going to do? So I said, well, I guess I'm going to need some of this to take home because this dose is going to wear off soon. And he showed it to me. And when he told me the price, I'm like, oh no, I don't think I can afford this. I really don't think I can. And he says, well, this is your health. So, you have to make a choice. And I quickly made the choice because I know the misery that I was in. So I gave him my credit card nervously, and I got it and took it home. And I am still on the same medicine. Uh, Almost, yeah, 16 years now. I don't take
Yeah.
it every day. Now I don't need to take it every day because I'm balanced. And I know whenever I am in trouble, I take it with me on vacation. I take it with me in my pocketbook. It's like part of my identification in my pocketbook. I don't leave it home because it's my magic.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that it doesn't only cure my headache. Um, when I feel like I'm getting the flu,
Mm-hmm.
this the first discomfort I feel, I take a dose of it.
Mm-hmm.
And within 2, 3 hours, I'm starting to feel relief. And the next day, I don't feel anything. I'm feeling fine.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why I've been on New Species for this long. And as costly as it is, this is my life. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
it's my mortgage and the New Species. and everything comes afterwards. Sometimes my car note has to wait, but I have to get my NuSpecies because it works for me. It really works for me. All of the different uh things that I use from
Mhm.
species, every single one.
You have any of the bottles there you want to show
Yeah.
us? What you have at
Okay.
home?
Well, there is the bottle, the bottle one, which is the one that was the magic initially. This one,
Yeah, put it a little higher.
this
Yes, you
one,
got it.
and
Mm-hmm.
right, and then there is the bottle three, this one. Whenever I have a cold or any lung issue, this is the magic.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I have any kind of suspected infection,
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, tiredness, this is my king, the bottle four.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. I always have two on me. One stays home, one goes in my my purse. On the
Yes.
plane, on the highway, everywhere. I have it
Yes.
because it's my king. It works. This is my other king, the B12 complex with C.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Flu season has nothing on me with this.
Right.
Then I have um my latest king, New Genesis.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's for the entire family. My daughter, my son, my husband, and if my mother was here, she would be on it too. And this here is my little magic too. Whenever any kind of sore throat or anything tries to attack, it's
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
cleanse and detoxify, and the other one is the blood cleanse.
Mm-hmm. So you
When
have something for everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they work. And I don't, I haven't been to the emergency room. The only time I have to go to the emergency room, if I feel a little, my heart is racing and I do everything that I'm supposed to do and it didn't go away, I will go because it's safe to
Mhm.
go. But bee pollen is another one. I forgot, there's so many, I forgot them. But they all have their purpose. This one,
Yes,
the
the
bee
bee pollen. Yeah.
pollen. Yeah, so this one here is a little magic I discovered when COVID hit. And I was so
Mm.
anxious. And I called Aston. I said, Aston, I don't know. I'm scared because everybody's dying. I need
Mhm.
something. I have this
Mhm.
sore throat. What should I do? He said, and he told me how to use this. Take one dropper all the way down in the back of my throat. And
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes later, take another dropper. And if it doesn't go away, you keep taking another dropper until it goes away. And it did. And then this one became a part of the family since COVID.
Mhm.
It's never out of my little pharmacy, as Aston said. It's part of the pharmacy now. And it helps my daughter, my husband, my son. That's why I have so much because I can't afford to run out. I have two of everything all the time because
That's
it
amazing.
really, it's expensive, really
Mhm.
expensive. But I take a deep breath. I says, when I'm dead, I can't spend the money. And
Mhm.
when you go to the hospital, the bill after your insurance pays is close to my mortgage.
Yeah.
And this prevent me from going there. So what
Yeah.
do? I spend the money there or I spend the money not having to burn the gas and the time to go there to get a bill higher than
Mhm.
that. That's how I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. And at least one like the emergency room is just stopping the emergency, whereas when
There
you're
you
taking your
go.
nutrition, you're actually improving your health, right?
As soon as I come home, the symptom come back if I'm not taking NuSpecies. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, recently, 3 days ago, my son came home in a rush. Mom, I think I have the flu. I think I have the flu. Now, this is a grown man, but he runs to his mother when he's sick, you know?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so I said, okay, calm down. When he came in initially, he didn't have a mask on. So I made contact with him. So I started to treat him. The first thing I gave him was the bottle 4. And then the others. Then the detox and all the other stuff I gave him. And I gave him fluids, all that I need to give him. And I came downstairs and made him broth, went back upstairs. I wore a mask. But 2 days after, I start to feel my throat feeling funny. I start to feel my head spinning like I couldn't focus. I said, uh-oh, here come Mr. Flu. I know I was exposed to him. So I went into my armory here and I took all 3 of them. I took bottle 3, bottle 4, vitamin B complex with C, the detox, the new Genesis, all of them at one time.
Yes.
And within, I'm not kidding, this is truth. Within, I would say, an hour, the symptom I felt was gone. And
Amazing.
knock on wood, they haven't been back. But they're smart not to be back because they know they're going to get killed. So I believe in my NuSpecies. I really do, because it works for me and my children and my husband. It does work.
That's
and
amazing.
It has been working for many, many years.
That's
And
amazing.
you have other family members that you have referred to NuSpecies, and friends, especially one of your famous friends somewhere down there in the Washington Beltway.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my dearest friend, who is really not a friend anymore. I don't want to tell you how long we're friends, because then you're gonna know I'm old. But but we went to nursing school together. She is my sister friend. And she had major issues, life-threatening issues. And she conquered them, because she's a fighter, a real fighter. And each time whatever it is hit her, it hit her hard. And she always fights. And I told her about NuSpecies. I said, instead of going to all these treatments and whatever, give NuSpecies a chance. Yes, it's expensive, but what you're doing is expensive. Try it. And she listened to me, because we trust each other. And she is doing wonderful, and she praises NuSpecies. And someday guys should try to get her on too, because she's really doing great. And she tells me all the time, she says, I am so grateful, because when the doctors are telling me this and that, it comes here and it goes out here, because I know what I'm going to do.
And she's an very experienced
and she's
medical person herself.
also a retired registered nurse. Brilliant in what she does, and sometimes help me when I meet a roadblock. I will call. We help each other. Because she gets information like milk thistle. I didn't even mention the milk thistle. So many of them. The milk thistle, right? It's good.
There we go. Yep.
It's good for cholesterol, to bring it down.
Oh.
I didn't know that until Aston tell me. And my daughter and me, we have high cholesterol. And the doctors give me these drugs that make me hurt, make me can't sleep, make me just uncomfortable. And I refuse to take them. The doctors are mad at me. So I told my friend about it also, because she has the same problem. And she got hers and religiously take it the way Aston says. And she went back and it came down. Me now, I am not that religious. I always wait for the symptom and then do it. I'm supposed to take it routinely. Sometimes I forget. But this time, I was mostly focusing on my daughter, because I didn't want her to really have that anymore. So I worked with her, and neglected myself, not intentionally, because it's so much work to monitor her and monitor myself. I forget sometimes. So I did hers, and hers came down. Mine is still teetering, but I know it's because this is a brand new bottle, not open yet. that I'm going to take, because I have to do this. But it works. And she praises Asta the mutis. And this is how she got hooked on NuSpecies by the milk thistle combination with the LNU 25 that work.
I
Until
think
you put your hand
you
down,
have
you're
the
going to
whole
come down with
store
something
there,
else.
Phyllis. You have the whole you have a NuSpecies store there.
Yeah, I do. A whole shelf. I have a stocks in a whole shelf there. Okay. Because when Ashley sees me coming, she stands up because she knows she's gonna have to run in the back and get the stuff for me. She always stands up. She does when she see me come through the door. You know? So
Mhm.
it's just it's it saves me. It saves me from anxiety. It saves me from a lot of things. Even though it's it's not cheap,
Mhm.
but nothing cheap works. I've
Yeah,
taken
like,
a few cheap things and
mhm.
they haven't worked.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is, you can, there's a lot of affordable, really cheap options out there,
Yeah,
but do you
they don't
feel in
work.
your body what you feel when you take these products?
Yeah, but if it's going to help me from going calling the ambulance or calling an ambulance for my family, I will do it. I mean, I will find because I'm gonna spend the money anyway. I'm retired now. I'm living on a fixed income. I'm not getting a routine paycheck anymore. But
Mhm.
if I don't spend the money, then I will die before time.
Mhm.
That's how I think
Mhm.
about it. So, and I feel good when I take NuSpecies. I feel good. I used to have this issue. It's gone now. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if NuSpecies killed it or whatever, but it's gone.
Mhm.
I used to drive to Pennsylvania frequently because my son lives there. It's a 2.5 hour drive. And I used to be very, very nervous at night when I'm coming home to drive. And I just didn't like it because the roads are not as, there are hills and valleys and curves. I'm scared. And I used to get very anxious that I used to have to pull over and relax to get home. And I never told Aston because I know Aston would say to me, I know better, I know how to calm myself. So I that part I didn't tell him. I went to the doctor and I took they gave me some pills, say to calm me. But when I take it, it makes me sleepy. I don't want to be
Mhm.
sleepy. I want to drive home. So I came to my NuSpecies, and again, this is why it's in my pocketbook. I take a dose when I start my trip, and in between the trip, if I feel any little thing, I take a little more, and I go home okay. It really
Wow.
is a good thing for me, and like I said, I mean, I might skip one evening meal just to buy my NuSpecies. Seriously, because I know it helps me. It really, really
Mhm.
does. I may not like Aston, but I like his products. That's a joke.
Yeah, I know better than that,
That's a
Phyllis.
joke.
And now I know you're hiding secrets from me too. I got to talk to Georgie about that.
Oh, no, he knows because one night he was tired. We were both driving together, and we got over to Newark, almost home. And I said, George, I can't do this anymore. And I pulled over, and he was tired. He gave me the wheel because he was tired, and I couldn't do it. I said, we're gonna have to stay here until I feel better. So he came over and said, we're this close. I'll take over. So he knew about it, but thank God it's gone. It's gone. Whatever
Mhm.
it is, it's gone. And that's why I am so loyal to my NuSpecies.
And
Even with the economy going crazy,
oh,
my
yeah.
NuSpecies is on the top of the list. Seriously, seriously, I make
Mhm.
sure I
Mhm.
have it because it works for me. I tell my friends, I tell them all. Some accept it, some is doubtful, some just totally ignore me. But I tell them all. Asta knows. They all call
Mhm.
him and then they don't show up and then they start and then they stop and. But
Yeah.
my friend in way down there near Maryland, as far as she is, she gets her stuff
Mhm.
because she knows, and she's a person that she don't spend her money foolishly.
Mhm.
If it didn't work, she would call and curse me out and say, "You recommend this thing and watch it, and you don't." And I spend my money. She would have told me off. But she called. Now she called me and she said, "Did you take this? Did you buy this?" Now she's counseling me. I said, "Okay, girl. I'm an old soldier in the army. I do what I do because I know it works. I am not going to be a fool. And I'm too old to pretend. But it's good. It's really good. And it's how you feel about yourself as a person. Do you want to be comfortable? Do you want to stop paying big co-pays at the doctor? It's how you look at yourself. Nobody can force you to do. It's up to the individual.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Any take or advice to the new species listening, watching on taking new species with their medication? Being a nurse
Oh
and
wow, I remember a thing like that once. Yes, I can. Because I remember, Asan, I don't know if you remember, when I first started taking new species and I was having certain symptoms, and I call you up and say, Asan, I don't think this thing is working because I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that. And you said, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just take your new species. Your body will react to something new sometime, but it's not going to hurt you. It's not poisonous. It's not going to create anything. It's not going to block your medicine working. At that time, I was working, and I was feeling really bad. And you told me that, and I trusted you. I really did. I said, okay, if he says like, and you know the reason I trusted you, because when you told me take this little dose of this thing for that headache, and it worked. Because you know how many times I've been to the doctor, how many drugs they gave me? A lot. And none worked. So I took your advice, even though I was feeling funny, and you told me, you said, don't worry about it. Whatever is happening is not new species. Your body is just probably refusing the stuff because now you have new species working for you. And so I did, and I realized it's true. So now I can take it and take my blood pressure pill or take whatever pill that they say I have to take for whatever. But when I do my test, if things are okay, I don't take them anymore. The only one I don't play with is the blood pressure because I know how sneaky that disease is. I will take the blood pressure pill and I still take my new species because any headache I have, new species takes care of it. Any headache. That's
does
that's
anyone
my personal experience.
excellent?
And
Does
I'm not
anyone have
getting
any
paid. I'm
questions
not
for
getting paid.
Phyllis?
I should be getting something. I should be getting some back pay or something.
Didn't we offer you a job? We offer you a job. We
You
offer
did.
you a
You did.
distributorship. We
You
offer you
did.
so many things. You turn us down,
You did.
Phyllis.
You did. I know I can't work. I have to take care of my daughter. You know that. I can't.
Yeah.
I wish if I could work, I would work. I seriously would because I believe in the product.
Mm-hmm.
I know I wouldn't be lying when I tell people this works.
Right. Right.
But I have this obligation. I have to take care of my daughter. And remember, I'm not as young as I used to be, where I can do two jobs. I used to do two jobs. Can't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take care of this wonderful body to last me as long as I can.
Lovely. And that's the whole point about it. Live as long as we can
Yeah,
live,
as
right?
I can. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. I try. I really do. But I do believe in it. And like I said, I don't buy clothes anymore or shoes. I have enough. A lot of things I have enough. So I spend my money on new species.
Well, you're giving a lot of wisdom to everybody who is watching you right now. And do you all have any questions for Sunshine? And you all
Oh,
can tell why she's Sunshine. She never stops smiling. Even when she comes in with her headache and family members needing help, there's a
oh
smile
yeah.
in there
Oh my God.
someplace.
I said I really should have a post in your office or something, something.
Okay, so we're gonna create one for you.
Because there's so many of my family. One of my aunt who she didn't comply. She was sick. Remember, I don't know if you remember her when you was in the small office over there on Linden.
By PC Richards.
Yes. I took
Mm-hmm.
my aunt there, and she was so sick, and she let her other family members talk her out of taking the product because it was too expensive, and she
Mm-hmm.
just got worse and worse and worse and worse, and she died. She died during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, you
How's your
know.
nephew doing?
Hmm?
How's
You
your
know,
nephew?
he's doing great. Oh my goodness. He talks about you like crazy. He does. He will call me up sometimes. He would say, you know, Aston tell me to take this, but I don't know. What do you think? And he called me for instructions. Like, do you think I'm doing this right? One time he was taking too much of one of them. I don't remember
The,
which one.
the B complex. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the B complex. And I said, you can't do that. You're putting your body in overdrive. You can't do that. You have to take what it says, and you can't mix it with the other overdrive one. You can't mix it with the bottle because it's like putting turbo in a car that can't handle it. I told him that. So, he's doing good. He's doing good.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah, he will call me before he come and say, I'm feeling so and so. You think I should go to Aston? I said, what do you think, Garfield? You've been going there for years. Just go. You don't have to ask me. So, but he is great. He's another one he has some sense. He knows that he can't afford it much either, but he spend the money on it. That's what he told me. He says, you know what? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do this. I'm going to spend my money on NuSpecies because it works for me. That's what he said. So,
A
he's doing
client
good.
has a question for you. A client has a question for you.
Oh,
Jennifer's asking, what did you take for anxiety?
oh my God, I mix them up so much. I take the bottle. Was the bottle one I started out with?
Which is the God Formula one. So just so
Yes.
everyone knows, the God Formula was originally called the bottle. So you can
Yeah.
tell that
Yeah,
Phyllis was
how old
taking the
I
God
am.
Formula. Yes, but it had no label. There was
No
no label on
label.
it.
Right.
And
And
no name,
everybody
apparently.
calls it the black bottle.
Yeah, I took that and the LNU 25. This is another really reliable one. If you're in a hurry and can't take everything, make sure you take this before you leave the house in the morning. LNU 25 is reliable. It's really reliable. They're all reliable, but this one here, quick, quick, quick. I put it, drink it down. I drive 15 minutes to work, and by the time I get to work, I'm mellow.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I thought you might say you were taking the stress pack herbs, but you're not even using those.
No, I'm not using those. Look, all my stuff together work. These
Uh,
are my soldiers.
So, so
My
Phyllis has
soldiers.
developed her own way of taking your species.
Oh yeah, for
She's
me, it
doing her
works.
own thing.
It works for me. No, Aston will give me the instructions all the way down, and I will follow it in the beginning. But based on my relief, I mix things together, and on whatever is happening, and it works. It really works. The anxiety is a mess. I hate anxiety. And what I've heard and read is that as women get older, beyond menopause, the anxiety comes and we don't know why we're anxious.
hmm.
We don't know why. It's just, I don't know if it's something that's supposed to happen. I don't know. But I must say, I handled mine. In the beginning, I was a mess. I really was like talking fast and everything has to move now and all that kind of stuff, you know? But now I learn, along with NuSpecies and my thinking, I learned to meditate also.
Hmm.
I learned to take the LNU 25 in the morning. I take a few minutes, doesn't have to be long, 5-10 minutes, and I meditate. And I meditate in the evening before I go to bed and take a deep breath and realize I can't conquer the world.
Yeah.
I can only conquer me,
Right.
Mm.
and your way of thinking.
Yeah.
I learned that because I'm going to this uh what do you call that now? It's a place where I go for spiritual awareness,
Hmm.
and we do meditation there. And that has contributed greatly, along with my NuSpecies, to keep me calm. I
Hmm.
still get annoyed every now and again when something, go wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm forever calm, but
Yeah.
when something happens, I will react, but then I will catch myself and say, okay, don't go there because that's not going to help you. Focus and just meditate and
Mhm.
take whatever you have. Sometimes the ones I take sometimes is not even the one I usually take. But if whatever is on hand,
Mhm.
something is going to help me from there. Whether it's mind over matter or what, it
Mhm.
works.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I
That's
take
So,
it
true.
because it can only help me. It's not going to hurt me.
well, this
There are times
was
when I run out of stuff and I don't have the time to go. And even when I call and she has it ready, I still wait a couple days to get there. And I may have something else. I take that until I get there.
Good.
Because
Perfect.
something in it is, like I said, it could be mind over matter, but whatever works, works.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
a
I think.
nutrition for sure.
Yeah,
So,
that's how I think. And it works. It really works.
mhm.
I
well,
asked Aston the other day, Aston, I don't know if you remember, I need the brain package.
right.
And you told me about what I should take. The thing is, I'm like I said, I sometimes I lose my tracks, but when I forget, I just take everything.
Mhm.
You know?
Jennifer was asking if you meant that you go on retreats. You ever-
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I go on my meditation retreats
Yeah.
and I mingle with people who have the same kind of energy that I have or concerns or whatever. And we
Right.
share and we help each other. That's how it
Mhm.
is. Because I may be, I mean, different things can cause different reactions, right?
Right.
Some people are going through grief. Some people are going through the, accepting the changes in their life.
Yes.
Some people are going through not being able to manage in a manageable way with family.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm good at that because I got a lot of practice because I had to deal with that in my family. No, I'm good. I'm so calm. My son thinks something is wrong with me. Yeah. Why is mom not yelling anymore?
Uh-huh.
Wow, this is powerful, Phyllis, because you're telling me that new species is actually just empowering your spiritual mental state.
Yes, yes,
I've heard it from a lot of clients from day one of new
yes,
species,
yes,
how new species contribute to their spirituality, just the way they feel, their
yes,
spirit, the way they communicate with other people, deal with
yes,
family members, the way they handle issues in life.
yes.
And here you saying it now, before everybody. This is very, very powerful. So you all take heed.
Yes, it's really, I'm telling you, I used to be, my family would call me all kinds of names in terms of, here comes the rocket. Like you say one word to me, and before you close your mouth, I'm saying 10 words. Seriously, I was a mess. I was a mess. Seriously. And
So
I'm telling
I, so I owe you, but now I'm going to send you a bill for all this mental health and
no,
spiritual health benefits
the
you're
bills
getting. I'm
are
sending you a
here.
bill.
The bills are right here. Yeah, but Aston, I must say, not
Yeah.
only the products, your guidance, your guidance with me because you've sat with me and, just interact and kind of exchange certain things with me. And that helped me to really see myself,
Hmm.
reading books and going to the place where I meditate and all of that helped. But your understanding, I should say, sitting with you, your understanding and your knowledge, your experience, it tells me I am not alone. This is a human experience,
Hmm.
and
It
that
is.
that helped to strengthen me. I say, wow, I used to be embarrassed with certain things that my family behave and how they, and when you tell me certain things, I said, okay, this is normal. It's not me. I don't need to take that on.
Hmm.
Really, and it helps me huge, huge.
Hmm.
All that embarrassment is gone because I realize it's not me. I didn't do anything wrong. It's the way people are. Can I help how people are? No, but I can help them to realize what they're doing instead of shunning away from it. Because when I shun away, it doesn't go away, it's still there. I had a sister. I still have her. A couple of them passed, but this one is still alive. We could not, like, meeting her is like fire against fuel with me and her. So we stayed away from each other. Okay, and now she moved to Florida. That was even better for me. But no, we communicate.
I remember her.
Yeah. We communicate now. I mean, we don't communicate often, but before we never had any not even phone. You know, and now she will call me, how is the weather? How are you feeling? That did not exist before. But seriously, it's me incorporating my calmness and my focus with taking these raw natural medicines to help me, and then I meditate along with for my inner peace. My
Well,
inner
God
peace.
bless you.
You know,
God bless you.
again, I am not you know, an angel. I still if something, you know, but I catch myself. I will go off. But okay, Phyllis, this is not you. And I stop it.
Good.
I'm human, you know, I'm not perfect. You know? So
Yeah, we don't sell a perfect formula.
no.
Not
You know?
yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, please work on it. Hassan. I can't wait. So I can just buy that one only.
Well, Phyllis, this was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my
And I'm
pleasure.
so happy for you. I'm
Yeah.
happy for George. You know, I'm
Yeah.
happy for your daughter, your son,
Yeah.
your family, you know,
Yeah.
your friends. Yeah, you
Oh yeah.
have helped so many people by just bringing them to NuSpecies
Yeah.
to live better and longer. And that's really wonderful. God bless you for that.
Thank you. And I'm glad to do it because I want to see people happy and well. You know, all my friends know that because they tell me I'm the counselor. But I just want people to feel good. I have a friend who has serious issues, and I told her, I says, I don't know if Aston can save your life, but he can help you lengthen it. You know, so why don't you go? You know, I don't have the money. I says, you have the money. Whatever, you have the money. After you buy your food and pay your rent or your mortgage, what's left, buy Aston stuff, and you will do yourself well. And she told me she came to you. She probably didn't tell you that I sent her. I don't know. But from you were when you used to come to Elmont. She lives right there in Elmont. Yeah. I sent her. I said, if you can't buy, you don't have to buy all at once. Right. Just buy one that he tells you that will work right now, and then you'll see. And I think she came, but we don't even communicate anymore. Everybody gone into a box.
Yeah.
Everybody's in a box, and if you don't go and knock on the box, they don't respond.
Yeah.
It happens.
We try to bring people back together here, and we really appreciate you being here too, and keeping us all motivated and hearing and inspired. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll reach out to you. I'll reach out to you later.
Believe it or not, I think of you guys as family too.
Well, you're all our family. You are all family, all family. And I talk to you, most of you, more often than I talk to most of my family. So you're all NuSpecies family. But I'll reach out to you later, Phyllis. Thank you so much.
Yes, my pleasure. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Phyllis. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, let me get us back here. Great. All right. Well, I've been tracking everyone's questions throughout this conversation, so don't worry. We're going to start answering them now. Lots of love for Phyllis. Thank you all for being so supportive and cheering her on. We love her, and I know you did too. And I will just say that we would love to continue to feature anyone else's stories. You don't have to have a big miracle story. You could just be coming on to say that you feel better, that NuSpecies has helped in whatever way you're comfortable saying. So also, you don't have to come on live. We could just gather like this over the computer on a separate day and pre-record it. so that you don't have to worry about making any mistakes or whatever. I mean, obviously, this is a loving environment, so you really don't have to worry, but we can always pre-record, and we would love to continue to share your stories. So please reach out to support@nuspecies.com or email me or Aston if you have our contact, and we would love to bring you on the show.
There's nothing, more powerful, as you can see, than telling your own stories. We don't want to tell your story for you. We want you to use your words, because imagine I was going to tell Phyllis's story. I couldn't say what she just said,
Right.
And I didn't even know she was using her NuSpecies pharmacy at home, taking them opposite from what I tell her to take them. She's figured out her own way to take NuSpecies, and as long as she's getting help, as long as she's living longer,
Right.
that's all that matters. So, and you can all be the same. We can lead you to what you should do, and then, as I always teach, our employees, we teach you, and then you use what we teach you to be better, and be better than us at what we do, and we would love that. So, if you have stories about NuSpecies, how we've helped you, your family members, your friends, share them here with us so other people can see it and get help. You may save somebody by just telling your story. Never know.
Over on Instagram, O'Shawn says NuSpecies does work. Susie Q was saying that, I'm assuming she wishes we had a location in Suffolk, Long Island. We have people who literally live in Mount Vernon and come to Bronxville and say they wish we had a location back in Mount Vernon.
Not even 2 miles.
So, oh gosh, we get so many requests for locations right in your own neighborhood, and we understand. We hope you can bear with us with shipping. But she also says that she recommends the products to friends, and friends, they push back on the price. And we do understand. I think if the only thing you're comparing NuSpecies formulas by with other products is the price, then obviously our products seem outrageous. But when you start to compare quality and effectiveness and safety, and how they're designed to support your body to fix itself from the root cause of the problem versus most other supplement companies just selling every vitamin and mineral individually or selling like remedies for symptoms, you can start to see why our formulas are really quite different and honestly shouldn't be compared to what else is out there, because the price for our products reflects what you're getting truly. And like Phyllis said, you can buy something cheap and get no results, and then you've essentially wasted your money. Or you can buy something that costs more, but it actually works. And as she said, get way more than what you invested in, because you're going to continue to get more and more results. Whatever your body can do is what it's going to do with our products. So you might come to us for one thing, but then see so many more results than just that. All right. Larna asked, I just added the circulatory formula and the milk thistle in addition to my other supplements. Can I take these new ones in the evening as I take everything else in the evening?
Oh, absolutely. So we recommend, you take formulas in the mornings only because the formulas can, let's use the word turbo and all these words related to energy you can get. But, the best time to take the NuSpecies formulas are actually at night before you go to bed. But for a lot of people over the years, it would keep them awake. And that's why some of the formulas we recommend that they be taken in the morning. But you can take all the formulas at night. Is the best time to take them, because when we go to sleep and we fall into the in-REM, meaning that we're just in a very relaxed state, that's when the body can properly start to clean itself and rebuild itself. So the best time to take the formula is actually in the evenings or before bedtime. But again, we recommend people take them in the mornings because some people have sleeping issues, and the formulas can create a lot of energy and keep you up at nights. So we just let you take them in the morning. But if you can take them at night, you can experiment and take them at night before you go to bed. And if you can still sleep like I do, I could take, all those formulas, powerful formulas, even the all-new 25, I could take an ounce of it and go to bed and I would just sleep. But then there are other people who would take a teaspoon and they're up the whole night. So the best way to take NuSpecies is taken at night, all the formulas.
All right. I transfer my supplies to the little bottles to travel with. This is a good point. If you saw how Phyllis was holding up her Two God Formula Ones, they were the 2-ounce bottles, and one of them was basically empty and the other one was full. She can just keep that bottle, clean it, and then whenever she travels, if she has like the large B vitamins or the large L-Nu1 or the large New Genesis, she can just use a funnel and pour that into the 2-ounce bottle and then travel. Because if you're like us, you don't like to check anything when you travel. And so you can even just bring that on a plane.
Right. Phyllis said so much that we can dissect. Maybe next week we should spend the segment next week just going over her testimony and dissecting parts of it, because another thing I've been advising all of you to do when you travel, whether you travel out of state or you travel abroad, you must take NuSpecies in your pocketbook or your luggage. Take it with you, because as Phyllis says, she avoids emergency rooms because she's a nurse. And she knows that a lot of people who go to emergency rooms, some of them never leave the emergency room or leave the hospital. Because you never know. Drugs, medical, pharmaceutical drugs is number 3 or 4 killer of the human species worldwide. So whenever you travel, anywhere you go, in case you get sick, always keep your NuSpecies with you. Travel with them. Travel with your pharmacy. Travel with your soldiers.
Yeah.
And when you start feeling not so well, you take some, like Phyllis. And I can tell you, I haven't talked to her about, she traveling with NuSpecies. And Joe, you can testify to that we go nowhere in the world without, a small NuSpecies pharmacy with us as well, because you just don't want to get sick and go into an emergency room and accidents happen because, when you could avoid it. So travel with anywhere you go with your NuSpecies.
Yeah, if you ever see Aston in one of the stores, ask him if you're allowed to try to lift his book bag. And I don't recommend you do that if you have back problems, because that book bag is so heavy. He always has so much NuSpecies in there. Last night I went to go find my detox. I'm like, where are these capsules? I thought I had a bunch of these left. And he was like, hold on. And he went in his bag. He took out the capsules. I swear, it's so funny. But same thing like Phyllis, she always has it in her bag. So even not even necessarily traveling on a plane, but just anywhere you go when you're out, it's helpful. Are you free enough? Said agreed. I felt a little trash in my throat recently, and I took a drop of the anti-inflammatory, and with 24 hours, I was up and clear. I'm stingy with my product. And I agree. So a lot of our upgraded and definitely more expensive rebuilding formulas, a lot of people just kind of keep them on hand like medicine. They don't necessarily take them every single day. So yes, you spend $200 or $400 or $1,000, but it could last you the whole year because you're just taking drops when you really need it. So not everyone is taking them every day. Those are for people who have very serious health issues that they don't really have any other options. But yeah, definitely be stingy. If you can get the results with less, do it. And then Jennifer wanted to know if she can take the milk thistle if you're diabetic.
Absolutely. It will help to, power up your pancreas and your liver, because where diabetes lives in the liver, as you all know. So yes, the milk thistle is a powerful formula. And I usually haven't been selling it, to people for cholesterol. But you heard Phyllis again. Again, we can just dissect everything she said. And she and her friend, they've been taking it, to support their cholesterol. And her daughter, she mentioned her daughter as well. And they're seeing benefits from taking it along with the L-Nu for high cholesterol. So one of the things, we could say, Jill, is that our formulas are not for an issue. So the milk thistle, taking it with the L-Nu or L-Nu 25, is not for cholesterol. Our formulas are focused on the organic chemistry or the biochemistry of the human body. So we're supporting the liver, we're supporting the pancreas. That's how we're going to help you with help your body to fight diabetes. Or we're supporting your immune system, we're supporting your genes. That's how your body is going to fight, cancer, blood pressure, and all the issues you get. So we don't have a formula for blood pressure, a formula for diabetes. There's no such thing. You can have a formula for that. You have to rebuild the genes, the DNA, rebuild the immune system. You have to rebuild the body systems or the organ systems. That's the way to support your body, for your body to heal itself, for the body to fix itself. And that's how the formulas are made. So we don't have a formula for any condition. And if someone is trying to sell you one, you should be suspicious, because our bodies don't work that way.
Well, Sean on Instagram says talking to Aston is like a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
Very, thank you. I will say though, just because we did have a testimonial on, and Phyllis's experience is Phyllis's experience, and that's why we do consultations, because what works for one person may not work for someone else. So I wouldn't see anything that she said as like a prescription for you. It just shows that someone else who is listening to the instructions that Aston gives is getting great results, and you can too in your own way. So I think Anne had asked how to have a consultation. So I'm assuming Mary probably replied, Anne, with the contact information so that you can book your consultation. All right, so let's get to our next. So Jennifer had also asked about which product was for anxiety, and Phyllis mentioned that she just uses LNU25, but we do have a stress pack. So it depends on the root cause of your anxiety, and if our nutritional formulas can help target that root cause. So Aston, I don't know if you want to just talk a little bit about the other options for anxiety.
So the brain's protocol that we have, and that's what Phyllis had referred to. It has the LNU25, the B vitamins, the vitamin D, and it has the Nugenesis, and it has the mineral complex. That's the brain formula. So anyone who has anxiety issues or nervous issues or dizziness or any kind of brain issues, it's almost always nerve. It's the nerves that are getting inflamed by free radicals or chemicals or medication you take in, or just other fumes in the environment. So we have the brain package or the brain protocol, and that's what we use to help people with nerve issues. Now we also have the stress pack. There are people who are not able to sleep at night because they have anxiety issues and they're just not able to fall asleep. And we recommend, in addition, the stress pack. It's just for 1 ounce bottles that you would take before you go to bed, and that will help you to calm down and sleep. And it's funny, we hear Phyllis talking about how she can relax now and how she's calm and her spirit is so balanced. Her equilibrium is just unbelievable. And she's not taking the stress pack, she's taking the brain protocol. But we also have the stress pack that you all can take. It costs a whole lot. You could try that first before you go to the brain system. But if you have any serious nerve issues, the brain protocol or the brain package is what you all should be on.
Okay, great. Fitzgerald says, congratulations for achieving 14,000 views regarding the resurrection of the Cushites.
Thank you, Fitzgerald. There are people tuning in.
We were cracking up because Aston will post stuff on Facebook and it'll be like, this is going to change your life. This will save your life. It's the most amazing information ever. And he gets like one like, but he'll post like a picture of one of our kids and it's like a million people are like, whoa, we're like, come on, let's prioritize here. So this is the first time ever Aston has posted something where he got a whole lot of likes. He's like, Jillian, it's 2,000 now. Jillian, is it? Yeah, well, it's good stuff. Right.
So the resurrection of the Kushite, just so you all know, we have the divine origins of human history and African history on YouTube, the YouTube channel. So if you all haven't seen those videos, all those videos are related to our health and spirituality and mental health. So if you all haven't seen those videos, divine origins of African history or human history, you can visit the NuSpecies channel and share. If you like them, just share them with other family members. But they have very useful information to get all of us to understand our origin and how our origin affects our health. And that's what they're based on. They're actually based in health, especially spirituality. Yes, thank you, Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Fitzgerald, for acknowledging that. We were really excited about it. Okay. Next is Anne. Anne wanted suggestions for high blood pressure. But then, Anne, I did think you asked about a consultation. So I would say, just because we are an hour in, it would be because that's a big topic. So I think it would be best if you book that consultation and talk to Aston. We do have a blood pressure support starter package, which is on our website. If you go to packages and go to blood pressure, you'll see the support options there. You can just get like the lowest cost one to get going because you're definitely going to need those products. It's just a matter of what else you might need. So it can't hurt to get started, right? Aston, is there anything else quickly you want to say about that?
Well, that's a wonderful suggestion. She can add in the new Genesis to the whatever blood pressure package you start with. Add the new Genesis in, and until we get to the consultation. And hopefully, if you have in the labs or imaging that you've done in the past year, you can share them before the consultation as well, so we can have something concrete and substantive to go into.
Okay, great. And then Michael jumped on board and said, we need a location in Atlanta. We had a location in Atlanta.
We couldn't find anyone to work there.
That is true. Yeah. It's you guys know we're a mighty team, but we're a small team, and it's hard to find the right people to do the kind of work that you deserve and provide the kind of service you deserve. It's only certain personalities and spirits that really resonate with what NuSpecies does. So when we open a store, it's not just the overhead and all the operational costs and time, but it is an entire human that we have to hire and manage and all that kind of stuff. So it is a lot. We'd love to be everywhere. We just hope you are willing to just let us with you, please. It'll help us keep things tight and right, keep our budget under control, and allow us to put the money maybe into other things like new formulas and more sessions like this, more educational programs from Aston. If we're spread too thin managing so many locations, we start to lose sight of like working directly with you. So I hope you can understand that is where our priority is always first.
So we did have a location in Atlanta. We also had one in New Jersey, and we just couldn't find, the right people to support those locations, and we had to close them. So when we close a location, it's just like we closed Brooklyn, or we reopen in Brooklyn, is because we can't find the right people to work in these locations. We could put a location in all 50 states. In a day, we can put a location in any state in the United States. All it takes is one day to put a location in. But to find the right person can take months and even years. And that's been the downside to us expanding the way we would have wanted to different places around the country or even around the world. It's just very hard to find, the right souls and the right spirits to do this.
Camilla agrees that she gets a lot of energy from the formulas, so she actually switched to the daytime. I'm surprised that calcium gave you energy like that because, often taking calcium and our mineral complex together, like 2 hours before bed, can help you relax and fall asleep. But like we said, everyone is different, so you got to try it out and see what works for you. I'm also surprised Queen Nanny as your travel size. That is very small. But again, what works for you is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Headley just ran a 5K in 27 minutes?
Wow. Headley. Wow.
Okay. We're making superhumans now. So
superhuman.
Are you on the superhuman
we just heard about soldiers and army people just now with energy fighting. NuSpecies been soldiers and the army. Now we're hearing about superhuman. But we do have a lot of clients who are long distance runners, and they run marathon, including the New York Marathon. So we have a lot of client athletes around the world. Mm-hmm. But some of them are very famous. We don't talk about them because, we don't talk about anyone unless they ask us to.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. There's two other questions that probably are too big for today. One was about a 3-year-old grandchild who was just diagnosed with tics, like involuntary body movements. Mm-hmm. TIC, tics. And then the other one is about type 1 diabetes. So I think these topics
Those
are
are
probably
two big ones. Yeah,
yeah.
steward those appropriately. Maybe first thing the next time we're on, we can go over
Right.
them. Yeah.
So, Annie and Michael, if you both could please join again next week. We, as far as I know, we don't yet have a live testimonial scheduled for next week, so we'll have a lot more time. So if you can, please rejoin next week so we can get to these questions. Otherwise, I think we could get to everyone. All right. Yes, that's true. God will send the right souls because this is a unique business and everyone does not fit. That is very true. We just got to wait for God to bless us, and that's what it's going to be.
Actually, when we hire the wrong person, we get the fire from all of you.
And from
And
God.
you don't spare us when we have the wrong person in any of our stores. So we get fire,
No.
brimstone and fire from all of you.
And
So
actually,
yes,
the worst thing that y'all do sometimes is you just stop going to that store, and because
right.
you know that eventually it'll work itself out. But you know what? Then it hurts us. You're not coming in, so that doesn't work. You got to tell us if something isn't going right. All right, my darlings. This was a wonderful session. Wow. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much. Please, before you leave, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe. Just a reminder, the discount is ending tonight. If you're going to order online, I'm going to extend the code into tomorrow so that you can just do it online tomorrow and there's no rush. But if you need to purchase it in the store, Bronx will be open till 6. Elmont is open till 7. And the promo code and everything is on the website. So all the information you need is right on our website and on our app. Otherwise, we look forward to giving you your update about Brooklyn as soon as it's going to open. We're getting very close. And again, we'll keep you updated about that on the app, on our text list, on our email list, and on our website. So as long as you're in any of those places, you should know what's going on. And of course, if you're here, we'll continue to tell you about it here. But please subscribe before you go. Like whatever you feel like liking, and continue to help us spread the word about this Q&A. It's always put live on YouTube a week in advance, so you can just click the share link and send it to your family WhatsApp, send it to your friend chat group, and let them know to come on and ask their questions about their health.
Right, especially those very stubborn family members and friends. I have them too. It's not just, and Phyllis has them as well.
Yeah.
You know, just keep sharing it with them. Don't let them not, let you try to help them. You just keep sharing and sharing and sharing. Believe me, you will crack that cocoon at some point. Just keep doing, because you're trying to help them to live better and live longer. And you don't want to see them in a coffin, and then you think to yourself, I didn't do enough. I should have hit them over the head harder with these shares. So don't spare them, because you're doing it for them, and you're doing it for God. They're God's people. Whether they listen to you or not, they're God's people. So let's help all of them, even when they're stubborn.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Thank you so much. It's always an honor to talk to you, and we have a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. Yes. I had a stubborn family member. I just sent him to get the detox. Good. Yeah. Sometimes with stubborn folks, they don't have to get started on the whole thing. They don't have to do a consultation they can just come in for the B vitamins. That's that. And the detox, especially the capsules, is just the easiest way for someone to get started with our products and really see some benefits and then know it's worth it to build up. But they'll probably see so many benefits just with those 2 products alone. So yeah, you don't have to send them straight to the rebuilding stuff that you're on. Let them ease their way in. Okay. Subscribe before you leave. We love you. We thank you so much. And we will see you here next Saturday at 10 a.m.
All right. Bye-bye.